Hello and welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings, with your host Ram. Yes, I do have a sore throat, but I always said cricket is very, very dear to me. And so I'm out here on this daily cricket show talking to you. And yes, today the topic is going to be the Caribbean Premier League 2017. Finally, the Caribbean Premier League 2017 came to a great end where we had an exciting match that happened between the Trinbago Knight Riders and the Patriots, led by Chris Gale. And well, the Patriots really struggled with their batting to put 135 for 6 on the board, but also they made the Trinbago Knight Riders really struggle for it. At one stage, it looks like probably Patriots were the favorites, but Kevin Cooper squashed all those hopes and clubbed 29 runs of just 14 deliveries, hitting some magnificent sixes. He hit two fours. It was a real cameo that came out of the blade of Kevin Cooper, who made sure the Trinbago Knight Riders lifted the Caribbean Premier League 2017. And Trinbago Knight Riders, as you know, at the start of it, I already said that Trinbago Knight Riders are the ones who are looking, even though they lost Brendan McCullum, but Colin Munro keeping a very cool head, playing a very useful knock of 29, only biffing a bit towards the end, looking at the situation. And Kevin Cooper was the hero, the man of the match, who clubbed 29 unbeaten runs, just 14 deliveries, two fours and two sixes. So I'll be looking at this particular match in detail, and then we have the selection being made for the first three one-day internationals between India and Australia. As you know, Australia are coming and going to play a series of 5 one-day internationals after en route from Bangladesh. And I'll be talking about the team that has been selected by India, and also we'll have a look at some cricket news. But right now, I would like to talk about the Caribbean Premier League Finals 2017, which was played between St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, led by Chris Gale, and Trinbago Knight Riders, led by Dwayne Bravo, the captain. And the luck of the toss is going Trinbago Knight Riders' way, and they were the ones immediately inserting the Patriots into field, and they were pretty justified. This was played at the Tarouba, the Brian Lara cricket ground. And let's have a look at what really happened. So Gale and Lewis walked in to open the account. There was a tremendous excitement here at Tarouba. It was absolute. The stadium was Tarouba was chock-a-block. There was not a gap left, and people were just humming around. There was a lot of cymbals. There was a lot of drums, a lot of sounds, music blaring, and it was absolutely exhilarating stuff. And it was the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots openers, the captain Gale and Lewis starting the batting, but Gale was an early goner as Searles, actually Scantlebury Searles, got Gale to play a shot on the offside. Yasir Shah picking up the catch. He was gone for one, and then Mohammad Hafiz played into the hands. He could not keep the ball on the ground, and he perished to Searles as well, caught by Christian to really put a sort of a real problem for the Patriots early on, and the Patriots score stood at 11 for 2 after 4 overs. Evan Lewis was the hope. He was still there at the crease. He played two effortless strokes through the offside, just creamed the ball through the offside. And Evan Lewis and King joined him, and King showed some real aggression, making 19 of 21 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. But Sunil Narine took the prize wicket and the very, very big wicket of Evan Lewis when he forced Evan Lewis to go forward. But it was the knuckle ball from Narine which did Evan Lewis in. The ball went actually hit his pad as he prodded forward, and it hit him on the leg. and the umpire had absolutely no hesitation in raising the finger. Evan Lewis was a goner, LBW ball Nareen for 16, and one could see the excitement, one could see Sunil Nareen, normally not a person who really brings his emotions out, but yesterday he was clenching his fist and he was leaving. He was roaring and he was having like a victory cry. And what a big wicket that was of Evan Lewis. LBW ball Noreen for 16 of as many balls at 2 fours. Has been wholesome entertainment in this CPL. The next to go, Kevon Cooper, was brought on by Dwayne Bravo, and Kevon Cooper did not waste any time. The very first ball he struck, very well bowled by Kevon Cooper, and Brendan King was walking back. LBW ball Cooper for 19, 1-4 and 1-6, and then it was Carter and Thomas at the crease, but Thomas, after making a very good 17 of 9, that'll be 1-4 and 1-6, fell to the bowling of Cooper. A brilliant catch taken by Yasir Shah as Devon Thomas tried to slash Cooper through the point region. A very wonderful catch by Yasir Shah, diving and picking it up inches off the ground. So at that time we had Carter, who was playing in a very sedate fashion. Brathwaite joined him. Brathwaite and Carter slowly tried to steady this very unshaky ship of the Patriots with the score at 65 for 5, the 13th over. Now it was a matter of surviving the full 20 overs, and that's what Brathwaite and Carter did. They bided their time at the crease, and they were in no hurry. They had to respect the bowlers as they were doing, and then only towards the end, just 4 overs in which they notched up 54 runs was the time that Brathwaite opened up by making, but before that we saw Ronsford Beaton. Now Ronsford Beaton, as you know, he is a part of the selection for the West Indies cricket team, which is going to be playing England in the one-day internationals. And Ronsford Beaton, what a bowler. I mean, look at that Yorkers that he bowled. I thought he's a wonderful bowler, and he could be a very good death bowler according to me, Ronsford Beaton, but unfortunately he had a problem with his leg, I suppose, and he was struggling, but still, even with that struggle, he could leave that, he could have that customary jig of his, and the way he actually bowled Jonathan Carter was a splendid Yorker, which was a swinging Yorker, and it hit the timber of Jonathan Carter. Carter was gone for 21 with 1-4, and only Mohammad Nabi came in and gave very good company to Brathwaite in the death overs, where Mohammad Nabi clubbed an unbeaten 18 of just 5 deliveries, 1 4 and 2 sixes. Brathwaite was not out on 30 of just 25 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6, and Mohammad Nabi was swinging it down the leg side, and that was the end of the 20 overs. So I thought the Patriots doing a good job of going through the entire 20 overs to put up 135 for 6 on the board, and it was very well done, I thought, by the Patriots. Now looking at the bowling figures, Ronsford Beaton, even though he was a bit incapacitated, I thought he bowled, and what one was very refreshing to see about Ronsford Beaton is a tall guy, he's young, and he has some pace as well, but what he does well is bowls his Yorkers in splendid fashion. According to me, he could be a very good death bowler for the West Indies. 4 overs, no made him run for 27. There was no wonder that he was a part of the squad, or the West Indies squad, which is going to play England in the ODI, and one only hopes that Ronsford Beaton is fit and raring to go, and he definitely goes to England. Searles 4 overs 229 did the damage early on. Christian 3 overs for 21. Sunil Nareen 4 overs 1 for 8. What a bowling spell from Sunil Nareen. He was absolutely difficult to play. Dwayne Bravo 2 overs was costly. Now Dwayne Bravo, one was thinking whether 21 runs were racked by Mohammad Nabi and Brathwaite, especially Mohammad Nabi in the final over. Even though Dwayne Bravo was not fully fit, he decided to bowl. One was really wondering whether that was the right way. Kevon Cooper 2 overs 2 for 12. Yasir Shah bowled 1 over none for 9. Now 135, definitely one thought that this was not a score that was a par score as far as this ground is concerned. And now it was the turn for the Trinbago Knight Riders to start the chase. Sunil Nareen, and one was a bit surprised. As I said, I would have definitely loved Darren Bravo to open but it was not the case. It was Sunil Narine once again opening the innings, and Sunil Narine was a failure. This was Sheldon Cottrell, you know, the man with that salute of his, the El Dorado salute that he does. And Sunil Narine was the first victim, as he forced Sunil Narine to spoon a catch. I mean, he tried to attempt a pull shot against Cottrell, and Cottrell is a very aggressive bowler. He chirps a few words too to the batsmen to psychologically rile them, and that's what he precisely did. In fact, he picked up Cottrell was the one who picked up Sunil Narine, caught and bowled Cottrell for 3. That was wicket number 1. And Dwayne Bravo, for some reason, promoting himself the batting order, probably because of the niggle that he had. He probably thought that would be wise on his part to go and actually take a full advantage of the power play overs and try to see whether he can play some stand and deliver shots. But that really did not work, as it was Dwayne Bravo was the next victim. As far as Dwayne Bravo was a victim of Cottrell. Now Cottrell was absolutely on cloud 9 when he took the captain's wicket. Why not? I mean, that was a big wicket as far as Dwayne Bravo is concerned. The captain of the Trinbago Knight Riders is a big blow for them, according to me. And one was really surprised that Dwayne Bravo actually promoting himself in the batting order, but look at that Cottrell delivery. What a wonderful delivery from Cottrell, which came back and hit the timber. And Dwayne Bravo was dismissed very first ball from naught. So that was wicket, and Cottrell was onto his customary salute, as he has normally been doing, the El Dorado salute, I would say. So the Army salute, the El Dorado salute. So Narine and Bravo were in the pavilion for 3 and 0 respectively. Now Colin Munro was there. Hamza Tariq joined him. Hamza Tariq and Munro knew that they had a lot of overs left. It was not a point. There was no point in trying to go and tear the attack. And Colin Munro himself was absolutely adept at taking singles and played in a very sensible manner, I thought, in the company of Hamza Tariq, before Tabraiz Shamsi picked up the wicket of Hamza Tariq for 18 with 1 boundary. And then Darren Bravo, who joined Munro, and one thought that probably Trinbago Knight Riders, it will be Bravo and Munro once again coming to the rescue of the Trinbago Knight Riders, but it was not to be. Mohammad Hafiz trapped Darren Bravo LBW. That was a big wicket because he was a form man. He was gone for 1 as Dinesh Ramadhin joined Colin Munro. Colin Munro was joined, but Dinesh Ramadhin was doing a good job in the company of Colin Munro, and Hamza Tariq was gone, so that was made the score 67 for 4. And the next wicket to go was Daniel Christian, as Daniel Christian came in and walked out. He was run out for 8 of 6 balls, 1 4, and Searles was the next victim, out to Shamsi. And suddenly there was absolute confusion in the middle, with the Patriots really warming up to the task very well. Even though defending a very low score, they were doing a fine job, and the Trinbago Knight Riders were really struggling at 90 for 7, and this was in the 15th over, and there was still a lot of runs to get, 46 runs still to get in the 5 overs, and they had Dinesh Ramadhin who was there in the crease, and also they had, I think, Colin Munro. Colin Munro was gone. In fact, Colin Munro contributed 29. Towards the end, we saw Munro really open up, hitting 3 stupendous 6s, which was good to see. He went after in a big way and deposited 2-3 6s very well. But then Mohammad Hafiz picked up his wicket for 29 to reduce the Trinbago Knight Riders to 90 for 7, leaving Dinesh Ramadhin, who was playing in a very sedate manner. Kevon Cooper came in, and that was the time, 90 for 7. Probably one would have definitely put the money on Patriots at this stage of the game. But Kevon Cooper came up with a real blast here. He went and blasted an unbeaten 29 of just 14 deliveries with 2 4s and 2 6s to help the Trinbago Knight Riders towards the CPL 2017 title. It was done well. He went after, he deposited some huge 6s, and he generated immense power. He's a very, very handy all-rounder to have. Kevon Cooper had already done a good job with the ball today, and he went after Cottrell. He put Cottrell into the stance, and then he also turned his attention by hitting Mohammad Nabi to the tune of 19 runs in a single over, and the game was over. Cooper was not out on 29 of 14 deliveries, 2 fours, 2 sixes. Dinesh Ramadhan was not out on 26 of 31 balls with no 4 and no 6, and definitely Kevon Cooper is the man of the match. As the Trinbago Knight Riders took the CPL 2017 title, and there was absolute jubilation. There was absolutely great scenes at the Tarouba. As far as the bowling was concerned, Hilfenau's 3 overs was costly. 30 runs yielded off 33 overs. Cottrell did his job, 3 overs, 221. Mohammad Hafiz, 4 overs, 2 for 19. I thought he bowled brilliantly. I thought it was a very, very important spell from Mohammad Hafiz, 4 overs, 2 for 19. But nevertheless, they lost it, but still I thought Hafiz did a good job. Mohammad Nabi was clocked to the tune of 19 runs. Especially, it was Kevon Cooper going after him big time. Brathwaite, 4 overs for 17, did his job. Shamsi, 4 overs, 2 for 20. And Caribbean Premier League at the Brian Lara Stadium, Tarouba in Trinidad and Tobago came to an end with the home team Trinbago Knight Riders winning the 2017 Caribbean Premier League. The player of the match was Kevon Cooper, and the player of the series going to that very, very wonderful hitter of the ball, Chadwick Walton. And I thought that was the best choice of Chadwick Walton. And thus the Caribbean Premier League came to a great end at the Brian Lara Stadium in Tarouba. So this is as far as the Caribbean Premier League is concerned. Now we will look at the team that has been set. As you know, Australians will be playing on Tuesday, the Board President's 11, and they would be on a very short trip to India where they're going to play 5 one-day internationals and also a few T20s as well. And India has announced the team for the first 3 ODIs against Australia. They've decided to once again give the rest to Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja. Shardul Thakur, who was in the squad against squad has been told to go. I mean, Shardul Thakur is out, and in comes Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Shami. Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Shami are back into the team. They have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Jasprit Bumrah, as you know, has gone number 4 in the rankings as far as ICC is concerned. The spinners will be Yuzvendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. Hardik Pandya, as you know, is a mercurial all-rounder for India now. And then the Indian batting order, a very strong batting order that Kohli, Sharma, Dhawan, Rahul, Manish Pandey, Jadhav, Rahane, Dhoni. So that is the, they have selected the squad for the first 3 one-day internationals. So as I said, the first warm-up game is coming on 12th of September at Chennai, where they would be playing the Board President's 11, and then they have 5 one-day internationals coming up. The first of the one-day internationals starting on September the 17th, and then we have we are going to be seeing 3 T20s between India and Australia, and the tour ends on 13th of October. So it's a very short trip, but nevertheless it's going to be pretty exciting. And Smith has already sounded by saying that he is very confident of playing the Indian spinners in India. And let's have a look at some other cricket news before I leave the scene. Well, the Bangladeshi, as you know, nowadays there's been a lot of cricket being played, and the Bangladeshi wonderful all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan has requested the Bangladesh Cricket Board to give him a 6-month break from Test to keep him fresh and keep his career going. Now, whether the Bangladesh Cricket Board has agreed to that, one has to wait and watch what's the decision there. Other than that, there's nothing else to talk, real friends. It was all about the Caribbean Premier League 2017 finals, which was played in a wonderful manner and was really worthy of a final, with both the teams stretching each other. And finally, it was Trinbago Knight Riders, the home team, at the Tarouba, at Brian Lara Stadium in Tarouba, prevailing. And congratulations to the Trinbago Knight Riders. And I have to say, this Caribbean Premier League was conducted in a great manner, and one really loved all this excitement, the drums. There's a lot of noise, and I thought there was record crowds at the CPL 2017. and it was a pleasure to bring you the finals report of CPL 2017. So thus I too bring the curtain. I too would be closing the curtain on a Sunday by promising you with more to come on tomorrow's next cricket broadcast. This is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.